guys are all blaming China, you're blaming us, but it's really your own fault, and America now needs a revolution.
They rob you blind, and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scandal. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs ship your job to China, not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, leave millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodge tax, and pour billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave poverty made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs feed you lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
Now he has a point. National saying.
Right, shalom, giving all praise unto Yahweh Shemashim Kohakorash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and the honorship brothers that be pushing his truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And the brother everybody are coming out here to give you this truth for the grace and mercy of Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashim Kohakorash. Giving all praise unto Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashim Kohakorash. So we just watched the clip there of basically the result of these tariffs, obviously that's been in the news of late. And you know, I couldn't have said it better myself. But what I'm going to try to do, based on what this gentleman has said, I'm going to try to apply as many scriptures as I can remember what he said. Now, the first thing that stands out is the pride. Remember, he mentioned pride, okay? And what saith the scriptures? Pride goeth before a fall. And the sentiment that's been pushed out there, starting first and foremost with Trump and everybody, is this idea that they just should be entitled to being on top. Okay? This notion that America's on top and it's got to stay on top, but at the end of the day, you're the ones that you've destroyed your own middle class. Everybody knows and everybody understands that the only way to build up or maintain a society is to have a thriving middle class, right? And when you have a middle class, you got to have middle class jobs, manufacturing, etc., 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 which has been shifted off out there to China. And he mentioned, what did China do with that prosperity? They lifted up their people out of poverty, whilst the rich got richer within America, within the West in general, and the poorer got poorer. Which, that's just the reality of the situation. That calls to remembrance the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, where the scripture talks about how this man is insatiable. Okay, he cannot be satisfied. He heapeth unto himself all people, right? He gathereth unto himself all people, and all the riches within the world, he takes it for himself, right? He's selfish, he's greedy, but it's more than just a thing of a nation. See, when we get to a position where we're raised up by the Spirit, by Yahweh Shai, okay, when Yahweh Shai comes and returns and delivers us, well, the whole nation of Israel is going to be on high. We're going to be princes, kings upon the face of the earth. Not just you got a few handful of families upon the face of the earth of the Edomites, they're rich, but you got Manchester, Liverpool, right? The so-called north of England, and you know the what do they call them? The within America, the rednecks, of which, okay, not just a small percentage of Edomites being wealthy, right? And you got a whole bunch of Edomites that are poor. No, everybody within Israel, when we get up, is gonna be rich. It's gonna be wealthy, man. Okay, it's gonna be wealthy. So you got a lot of Edomites out here that are going to be two-time losers, because not only have you lost on this side, you're going to lose on the other side. Now, we're looking at things superficially. Let's look at things on a deeper scale. Let's look at things on a deeper level. When we see the dollar, does the dollar speak about prosperity for all American Edomites? Okay? Does it speak about prosperity about America? No, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum. Okay? New world, right? And the order that they're trying to bring forth. So from the foundations of Babylon, which is America, it was always set up that it was going to go the way that we're seeing right now, right? Shipping the manufacturing elsewhere, crashing the economy, because indeed Trump has been set up to crash America as you know it. He's been set up to crash America as you know it. And you might think, well, why is he going to do that? Because they want to rise up out of the ashes of America, right, as the proverbial phoenix. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to destroy this world to the end that they're going to have a World War III, so that they might rise up out of it new AI, okay, artificially enhanced, okay, mechanically enhanced individuals. That's what they're trying to set forth out here within this world. So when you look at these things on a superficial level, you might be like, oh, okay, yeah, revolution's coming, this, that, and the third, and yeah, man, I can't believe we got to a situation where that's going to be the result. But when you look at things deeper, you got to come to the conclusion, which is the reality of the situation. That's why the scripture talks about how the Esau, the Edomite, the wicked, he set up a trap, a jinn, but he's going to be taken up in his own trap. He really set up a little trap to have it to where everybody was going to fall. He's going to fall for the okie doke. Okay, they was going to fall for the sleight of hand, right? But the reality of the situation is he's going to be taken up in his own. He's going to be taken up within his own trap. Okay, he's going to be taken up in his own trap, right? What is that trap? They thought that they could crash their own economy, crash their own country, burn it up, and rise up out of it, and use individuals such as Trump, individuals such as this new leader, Keir Starmer, to bring out policies that don't make sense. Okay? These policies don't make no sense. But there's a reason why it don't make sense. Because it's not been designed to make sense. This has been designed to destroy the world that you have as you know it. Okay? This whole thing has been designed to destroy the world as you know it. And the reality of the situation is that that's what they want to do. They want to have a situation out here, like the dollar bill says. They want a new order that comes out of this destruction that they're bringing about to the earth. That's what they're trying to do, man. Okay, that's looking at things deeper. That's what looking through the dark means. That's what looking through the dark is all about. Seeing the reality of the situation, in that this is all on purpose. This is all by design. This is all applying a scheme, right? To go over into a new thing, okay? So yeah, I mean, he made a whole bunch of points there, okay? You know, I encourage anybody that's seen this, you can make your own videos on this, because I think he made a whole bunch of good points, right? And pretty much cursed out Esau. But again, you're looking at it, you got to look at it on a deeper level, man. This is all by design, right? This is all by design. The backlash is all by design, right? The people disregarding their rulers, like it says within the book of 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, that's all by design, so that they can bring the martial law troops, so they can have it to where the new laws that are implemented and enforced are going to be of a nature of like what you see within demolition, man. But in order to get to that point, you have to destroy what's already been, and this is what we're witnessing right now. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say all praise unto Abashim Ashai Abashim Ukor HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and the honors your brothers that be pushing his truth in sincerity. I'll see you on the next one. Shalom.